When I was born, at first the doctor could not tell my mom whether I was a boy or I was a girl because I had a large clitoris. Then the vaginal opening was closed. So with those two situations at hand, the doctor could not define whether I was a girl or I was a boy.
So the vaginal opening is closed.
Yeah.
You don't have a scrotum.
No.
You have an enlarged clitoris.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the question is, did you have a penis?
No, it's not a penis.
You see?
Okay. So what did the doctor do then? Or tell your mom?
Now, when the doctor didn't have the answer for the mother, my mom had to give me a name. She gave me Mercy Mutheu. Yeah. She assumed that her child is a girl. And she gave me the name. And now she had to go back home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happened later that would now say there could be some kind of confusion as to whether Mercy is, because you talked about characteristics, that later then, once an individual has grown older, then they can now, according to what they see or other, situations rather, factors, let's use factors as that word, would then make you determine whether you're a boy or a girl. Did anything change as you grew older?
For me, I didn't change anything, including my name, the way I lived and the way I was brought up. One thing I had to do is accept that I am the way I am, and I have to live, and I have to go to school, and I have to do my chores, and I have to do everything that I'm supposed to do. So I did not go further to change my name, my details, say the academic-wise, but I had gone a series of things in the hospital. For the last 12 years, from 9 years to 12 years, I had a series of going to hospital.
For operations?
To do what?
We tried an operation, but it bounced 3 times.
What were you trying to do?
They wanted to correct me. They wanted to open the vagina and see whether they can cut the clitoris because they were assuming that it is a mini penis.
And when you say it bounced, that did not work. What does that mean?
It didn't work because every time we could go to the hospital, either the doctor is not in, either there is another patient, or there is something just came up from the morning and nobody can explain.
So you just never ended up on the operating table?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to go back into this. Little girl has gone home with a mom. Okay? The mom has decided, I have a girl. But in truth, the mom is also maybe confused because the doctor has created that confusion. The mom is seeing this girl does not look like a girl fully because she does not have the vaginal opening.
Yeah.
But then your bodily functions, what was happening? How were you passing urine? You don't have a vaginal opening, you have an enlarged clitoris, you don't have a penis. I mean, so what are all these things that are happening? And how was the mom handling?
And how were you handling it?
At times it becomes so confusing to understand the situation yourself. My mom didn't know that my vagina was closed. I told her at my 21.
Oh, all along she thought it's open.
Yes. She didn't know anything because she did not have any access to any other information about intersex or having another person around the community having such a child. So she was feeling like she's the only one having such a child. So one thing, she was so lovely. She was there for me. She was raising me up like a child. She was not biased. She didn't care whether I was a boy or I was a girl. She took me to school, and actually every day she used to encourage me, go to school, read, and give it your best. Number 2, on how to survive on my part. When I realized that I was different from other children as we were playing back then, I had now to come up with my own strategy. Because 1, I don't know of any person who looks like me. Number 2, it is not acceptable in the community to talk about it. So you have to keep it to yourself. It is your private life. And out of this private life, I went far in studies so that I may try to make a difference of myself. Because I didn't want to go back to the community, stay there without a way. Because there was a notion in the community that intersex you cannot get married. Because, we assume that for a girl, if you fail to perform well in academics, then you will get married.
Yes.
But I'm an intersex. How am I now going to get married? Myself, I've not been experiencing menses. So that means probably I'm infertile because I'm Turner's syndrome positive. Now, the option of marriage, I was sure could not work for me because I'm not a girl, I'm not a boy. So I cannot marry.
Mm-hmm.
One, because I'm not a boy. I don't have any male organs. Number two, I'm a female. But my own body anatomy does not represent the female. So I have now to go to studies, read, and live my life.
And perform.
Period.
Okay. And you talk about your mother not knowing anything about this until you were 21.
Mm-hmm.
But when you were younger, surely she must have changed your diaper. She must have had a conversation with you at some point. Did nothing of this ever come up that you and her discussed when you were a little bit older?
This was one discussion that I hated so much. So anytime we could talk talk about my situation with mom, I could just start crying, and she was like, just leave it. Just leave it.
So you
We'll
are
talk another
avoiding it yourself.
I've been avoiding it for so long, until 19.
But then you also told us at some point when you were young, you realized that you're different from the other girls. What was it that you realized to be different?
Wow. When you go to pee, now the children will look at you and they will tell you, like, you have something that resembles the boy.
Mm-hmm.
And I will go tell mom, Fulani said that I have something that resembles the boys.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a girl. I'm passing urine like a girl. So how comes that, mom, that today they are saying that I look like a boy?
Yeah.
I'm passing urine like a boy. But now mom was like, just leave them alone. You are good the way you are. And you're my daughter. Actually, I was the favorite of my mom. So she was trying to bring me so close to protect me, to ensure that I'm covered, and so that I may feel secure. Because if the community can surely be that harsh to you, then where can you go? The last option is your mother. Yeah.
So did you
That's-
ever talk back to the girls and the other children and tell them, no, my mother told me I'm a girl?
No.
How
At times,
how are you handling it? I mean, I'm just imagining you're a young girl and the other girls are telling you, where you look like a boy.
at times I avoided playing
Right.
a lot. Actually, currently now I realize myself I normally play a lot.
This is the time.
This is the time that I play to revenge very well. So anytime we could have such a discussion with the children, me I could just run home. I don't want to hear anything about that. Because I realized that I was growing. Even I realized that the female structure of a lady, there is a clitoris. Me, I also assumed that it is a penis. Yeah.
You thought even girls have...
No. I didn't know that ladies do have a clitoris.
Oh, I see.
Because anything to do with the sexual anatomy, I was just out of it. I don't want to discuss about it. Yeah. This one helped me to get rid of the stress of what people will look. They will be looking down upon me the way I'm different from them. So anything that will touch sex anywhere, my physical appearance, I'm just done with it.